Here is Peter Dutton. He is speaking live now in a Q&A at a business breakfast in Melbourne. This is COSBOA, so it is focusing on small business. Let's just listen in.
From the floor. So if I'm rating participants in terms of number of questions, Scott Etherington, thank you. You win the rating. Given we no longer have a domestic car manufacturing industry, the concept of removing the duties and tariffs for passenger vehicles so that we have that supply into Australia. Any thoughts or response to that journey?
Well, I think there is an argument for the way in which we, and the government started this debate in states that there's a different approach as you go by state, but as we move away from, or as we move into electric vehicles and renewable energies otherwise that might be a feature of vehicles, hydrogen, etc., into the future. There's a debate there that the government has in relation to how you tax, whether it's through a road user charge or registration or a taxing point. Otherwise, I think the luxury car tax is a worthy debate in relation to the way in which that incentivises or disincentivises. It's been in a long time, but it's difficult in an environment where there's a significant Commonwealth debt, where you've got high inflation, and the question is how you can provide for those changes and pay for them without taking away from higher priorities. So, yes, I mean, in principle, the whole idea of some of the tariff arrangements was to try and protect an Australian car industry that no longer exists. And, you know, as there are some people who are older than me in this room, but not many, but there's, you know, not that long ago when you had a limited choice of which vehicle you'd purchase, and you see now that consumers in Australia have made their choice, and that makes for an ongoing competitive industry, and we should make it, given it's probably after a motor vehicle, the most significant asset that people make in their lifetime, over the course of their lifetime, we should do what we can to reduce that cost. So a modernisation of that taxing arrangement and reflecting new vehicles that aren't paying rebates on fuel, then that's a reasonable discussion.
And that is Peter Dutton speaking at a business breakfast. You can see him raising questions around the luxury car tax there as part of a broader conversation, of course, but he's right. Let's see if the government does anything on this budget. It is not exactly speaking to the Labor Party base or anything like that, but there are questions around the luxury car tax, especially when you're trying to encourage more electric vehicles in Australia. There has certainly been advocates that say that the luxury car tax needs to be tweaked. So the conversation started. Let's carry it on. We'll do that.